We have on set Chief Dare Adeleke, the Caretaker Committee Chairman of Ekiti State PDP. You're welcome, Chief Adeleke.
Good morning, Mr. Deji. How are you doing?
You came up with a press release attacking the Ekiti State Governor, government, and the government agencies. What exactly is your grouse with the establishment in Ekiti State?
What I only advise Ekiti State Government and the policymakers of Ekiti State Government and whoever that in charge of the adverts is that we must be fair and just in whatever we are doing. You are claiming that the PDP are pasting their posters while the campaign is yet to be started. I can see the posters, billboard of BOW every nook and cranny of the states. Whatever it is, whatever good for Ghana, good for good is good for Ghana. We just want them to be fair. Can't attack the government. I only advise the government that they should be fair and just, and they should stop disturbing our people. We are not saying we are not going to follow the due process, the norms of doing all the what it takes to be pasting and to be billboarding and etc. etc. But rather to the extent that their agents will be destroying our posters and billboard, I think it is very unfair. I already told them to stop doing that, and that's exactly what I did.
You said the government agency has prevented your members from displaying their posters on the billboards in Ekiti State. Is that
absolutely yes? Absolutely yes. One of my members have reported to me is like Ayo Fayose. He specifically reported to me that the government agents are tearing his posters and they were trying to red painted his billboard. We just want the government of the state to be fair and just. It's an advice, and which I know that they haven't done. They have not replied us, but we have written a letter to them that they should please not. They shouldn't allow their agents to create a platform of clash.
You also accuse the government of not performing and being a failure. What actually are the pointers to this?
You know what government is all about, and everybody knows that in Ekiti State today, the government is not doing enough. There is poverty in the land, and the infrastructure is decay. The roads are very, very nothing to talk about, especially when you look at inward and outside of the states. It's a shame that people coming to Ekiti State will have to go through Ondo State, and that is the only best road. The other Moko to Iloko or to Ilesha, it's nothing to talk about. So why can't the government fix all those roads? And when you look at the roads within the town, inside the town, you will know that it is very, very not something to talk about.
Do you acknowledge that the government has done well in certain other areas, apart from those areas you find them not doing well enough?
You asked me a question about the roads. I told you that the roads are not good enough. And then when you talk about education, Ekiti is lag behind. You know what Ekiti State stands for? Ekiti State is a fountain of knowledge. It is where Nigerians believe that in every home there will be a professor there, but not now. And coupled with the fact that when you look at most of our schools, and some of them are dilapidated, the students are not enjoying what it takes to perform very well. I expected the governor to do well in terms of education and health system. Our students are not fair enough. Some of the health centers should be upgraded, and while we should be able to help the people, at least health centers should be at least one in each ward. So if we could have that, there will be easy access for the citizenry to have access to good medical health care.
Some people are looking at the completion of the Ekiti State International Cargo Airport and the ongoing flyover in the center of the town as some positive efforts of the government.
It is a project that we call it the project from nowhere. Actually, when people of the Ekiti State are hungry, and even that airport you are talking about, you could remember that even the day the airpiece came to exhibit what the landing stuff, it took them 24 hours to leave the place. After the APC came, it was the airpiece came. Have you ever seen any aircraft there again? It's a question. How many people, Ibadan airport, and they were claiming that they want the place to be operating 24 hours. Where have you seen that? Even the Lagos airport, they're not operating. Even the Ibadan airport that is very big, the Accra airport, they cannot even lay claim to 12 hours operation. When somebody was telling you that, yes, they are going to operate in the next 24 hours. We have not even seen the 1 hour alone. They have been operating for 1 hour. So not to talk of 12 hours. And you're not clear. You see, there must be way, if you want to make propaganda, make your propaganda a reality. Things that people can see and people can see. You may do something of 20% and call it 50%. That one is allowed in politics. But where you have a 0% and you are claiming you have done something, you wanted to do something of 100%, people will look at it as if who is fooling who?
What do you say about the flyover in the center of the town?
You see, these are the things we are talking about. Look at the day they have started the flyover. It's still there. They are working at a very near level. You won't find Fayose did. Look at it. It's not because of anything, because that is the PDP government that did that one. The one we are talking about now, look at it, they've been snailing. Only God knows when they will finish. Maybe they will finish in the next 2031. I mean, this is really, it's disturbing the movement of the people, movement of the vehicle. I mean, look, I don't think that flyover is worth it. The one over there, it's not really worth it. No disruptions of the road, no disruption of the traffic. Everything is working out smoothly. Since they started this, we've been having problems coming in. If you are going to Ekiti now, at times you stay there for hours. You have to pass through one corner to the other. So this is really, it's a very laudable program. But the truth of the matter is that it's at a very, very low level. I don't know what they want to achieve by that.
The governor is also being commended for being the rallying point for most of the leaders in Ekiti State, especially past governors of the state.
But what does that got to do with the price of milk? What does that got to do with the price of amala? What does that got to do with the price of Iyo? You are saying that the rallying point is the governor. What concerns anybody about that? If you like, you can go and call the councillor and say, well, you are running the rallying point. If you like, go and call the former chairman and say you're having the rallying point. What does that got to do with the living of the people, existence of our people? Does it think that some of the government that is being marrying themselves as this and that, can they even go to their constituency and deliver a polling unit? No. It's not that. If he's trying to do that, it shows that, well, if he's trying to pump money into personal pockets of those former leaders we're talking about, I don't think his advisors are not advising him rightly. He should be able to. The most important thing is to help the citizenry of the state. Look at where there is a poverty and where we could do something about that. That is the most important thing. Not to go to any former governor and start celebrating with the person, not to be having one award somewhere. You are gathering all these. And mind you, not all the former governors that are moving around with him are supporting him. And I'm of the opinion that Segun is not in second term support for now. So if they've been going around, they've been doing everything, but does that not give him the support? So with due respect, I'm not sure that what he's doing in terms of gathering of the celebrities of the mediocrity. That's where I look at it.
The fact that the former leader of the PDP and former governor of Ekiti State Mr. Ayo Fayose is one of those actually campaigning for the incumbent governor, appears in the eyes of a lot of people as a great minus for PDP in Ekiti State. What's your view about that?
Well, my view is simply there is Adelabu, a man called Adelabu. In those days, there was a man when Chief Awolowo came to Ibadan for the campaign. He called the people of like Rotimi Williams, who is who there? They called them. When Adelabu got to the one man called Alagbafo Koro, the man was a Koro. Chief Adelabu raised the man down that he now sang the song that whenever you like and call anybody that you feel that is going to help you. People will not vote for about 2026. PDP will take over in 2026. I can assure you of that. I mean, calling people, calling this and that does not make the vote. It doesn't make the vote at all. At all. So if Governor Fayose believes that, well, they are supporting each other, well, he's subjective to his own support and to his own views. Nobody can fault him about that. But the fact is that the people of Ekiti State that will vote knows where they are voting for. Because the suffering is too much. So they will surely work out towards PDP in 2026. And 2026, that God gives, PDP will take over the government of Ekiti State.
Chief Adeleke, what is the status of the former governor, Mr. Ayo Fayose, in the PDP today?
No doubt about that. He's a member of the PDP because as a former governor, until he tells you that he's not leaving the party, if he tells you he's leaving the party, that is when you can say he's not a member of the PDP. But does that not doesn't make it to be to be part of the PDP operational whatever we are doing now? He has his own belief. That's his own belief, and nobody can fault his own belief. It's his personal belief that is not supporting the PDP come 2026. But we, the people that matters, and the people of Ekiti State, and the leadership of the PDP, we are moving on. And you to yourself, Deji, you can really see that the PDP is on the right track. So it's a victorious moving train, which everybody will definitely join later. So that's my own views. I don't want to start castigating this. The fact is that Governor Fayose is dealing with the APC, supporting the BAU, and he still believes that it's in the PDP. So nobody can fault him about that. But I know that, but the people of the Ekiti that will vote for PDP, they are strongly supporting the PDP.
At the inception of your committee, you set up a disciplinary committee to look at allegations of party cross-carpeting and support for candidates in other parties by former Governor Ayo Fayose. We haven't heard anything about that committee's work up till now.
Yeah. We heard that time that because of the constitutional provision of our party, that we don't have the power to expel, to suspend the former governor. It is a prerogative of the national headquarters to take such decision. So, and we don't want to we don't want to step into on the red lines of the judicial side of it. So we have to be more meticulous how we deal with it. So it doesn't stop, but the fact is that it is not the prerogative of the state to suspend or to expel the former governor. The former governors, we have in-house mechanism that will look into that. That is why there is a committee called Tomikimi Disciplinary Committee. And even the committee doesn't have the power to, it can only national working committee then to the neck. So that is the position. Why not? Yes, the committee is still in place, but we held and we discovered that, so we had to stop. We got a letter from his lawyer that we are trying to breach the constitutional provision of the party, and we look into it with our lawyers, and they said that we are not on the track. So we need to write to the national headquarters that this is our position. So we are still awaiting the decision of the national.
Chief Adeleke, some members of your party believe that Ayo Fayose is the major problem in the PDP in Ekiti State today, while some also say, no, it's not a major problem. What is your own position on this?
What makes him a problem? It's not a problem. I've already said it while I was talking that the people that are supporting Bao are not the people of Ekiti State that are going to vote. Governor Ayo Fayose is not the one to determine the future of Ekiti State. So if Governor Ayo Fayose decided to support Governor Biodun Abayomi, does not make that he's going to take the PDP to follow him. Yes, he has his followers. His followers are, some of them already got appointment from Bao. So, but some of the people that believes in the party, they were with us. And these are the people that matter. And these are the people that would lead the party to the Victoria Bay, by God's grace, in 2026. So we are not bothered why anybody, after all, when they went for the award in Lagos, Governor Fayose, Governor Fayemi, former Governor Segun, all of them were out there. So that one doesn't take it away from us that we are not being moved with all this APC. We are not bothered about that. We are only bothered and we are working towards how we are going to win Ekiti State. That's exactly. Don't forget that we have done our World Congress successfully. So this is part of our determination that to make sure that Ekiti State come into reality. Ekiti State PDP come to reality. That's exactly what we're doing now.
Dare Adeleke, you spoke about the World Congress, and it appears like apart from the World Congress that was held, others scheduled for the local government and the state have not been held. And we also understand that even the World Congress is yet to be ratified.
The party secretariat is on break. The party secretariat is on break. Don't forget that some of them went to Umrah Hajj, the national chairman, and most of the National Work Committee, they were in Hajj. And then the issue of Eid Fitri, which is just finished, and we are going to the Easter now. So immediately after the Easter, then I'm very sure that we will look at the date for the Congress. The other Congresses, the two Congresses.
What about the ratification of the result of the World Congress?
Do they normally ratify anything?
Okay.
We are going to make the National Working Committee are the one to give us the dates. We already told you we have done the World Congress, and the image that the winners have emerged. So the National Working Committee will take a decision and send the list back to me as the chairman or to all with the CTC members. So it's not that I see the ratification or no ratification. I've already told you the situation we are in because of the break. That is exactly what is happening. Immediately after the Easter break, we will go back to the drawing board on local government and state governments.
Some members of the society feel that the situation at now in the Ekiti State PDP regarding World Congress and all that local government Congress and the postponement before now, and which is still going on, is as a result of the presence of those members of the party have accused of destabilizing the party, that the fact that the World Congresses and the local government ones and the state ones are yet to hold are still evidence that those detractors of the party are still very much within the party and they are working against the party.
That is what, even in in-house, the families are with the same parents. There will be views that conform with the decision of the father and the mother. And there are some of the children that will oppose the decision. So, but at the last count, I know that it is the leader, the father and the mother of the house will take a decision that this is what I decided in my house. And that's exactly what we are doing now. Whatever anybody does, if anybody decided to go against the wishes of the people, especially of the stakeholders. Yes, they have the right, and that is why that's what they call democracy for the people, runs by the people. So they are all brothers. We are all one indivisible family, and we are working towards the same goal. The only thing is that their own approach is different from the other, while the other's approach is different from theirs. So, but definitely, the national headquarters will take a very uh, decision that will favor the party as a whole.
Apart from the former party leader, Ayo Fayose, who is relating with the incumbent government in Ekiti State, it is believed or suspected that there are other members and leaders of the PDP who are also relating with the APC government in the Ekiti State, but not openly. What is your view on this?
For my own end, I don't think I've seen anybody that's been going around and supporting Bao except Governor Fayose. So I haven't had anybody that is supporting Bao for now among the PDP leaders. I haven't seen a single person. And that is the beauty of our party in Ekiti State. They are very steadfast. They believe in the principle of our party. They believe the party is coming up to win the election. So nobody is, those people that are moving from one place to the other, you will look at it, they are from Governor Fayose's camp. So if you know anybody of such, please just mention the person, and I will be fair and I will tell you that it is true or it's not the truth.
Chief Adeleke, what would be your response if the National Working Committee later says to the PDP in Ekiti State, go back and redo your ward congress?
If that is their decision, they have to. I'm a party chairman. I am not standing for anybody. It's my own is that to make sure that the party thrives on the right track. That's exactly what I'm doing, which I know that the national headquarters will do justice to whatever is right, and that right will be what I will personally, as a chairman, and my other members of the committee, CTC, will stand with.
Will there be a governorship primary election, or is it going to be by consensus? I mean, in the countdown to the governorship election coming in 2026?
There is nothing impossible. Of course, we are working towards the at the local government and the state level of the party. So if we could get that one, definitely it would be easier for us to have consensus in a governorship primary, which I'm very optimistic that there will be consensus on primary of the governorship primaries. I'm very optimistic.
How much cooperation have you had from the leaders of the PDP since in Ekiti State, since you became the Caretaker Committee Chairman?
It is enormous. It's enormous, and all the leaders they believe in, and that's where we are today. So if you are not, you wouldn't have done the last Congress, or PDP use this opportunity to say thank you for being there for us, and then they shouldn't relent, and we can be assured that for all whatever you are doing, they will get it back in gold.
Thank you, Chief Adeleke, the Caretaker Committee Chairman of PDP in Ekiti State, for your time.
Deji, thank you for this wonderful interview, and I'm looking forward to having another one with you. You are one of the brilliant times we have in Ekiti State. I can say that POV TV is moving on, and we're expecting you to come on DSTV network very soon, if not at the local level. But I know that you are doing a wonderful job, and you're one of the best hands we have seen in Ekiti State as electronic journalist that is thriving. And POV TV, I really commend you. Keep it up. Thank you.
People of the Fountain,